They say that you never truly know what the heart of a community is until you see how it responds to an emergency. Well, here in Polk County, we don't have to worry about the strength of our heart because we have amazing organizations like the Medical Reserve Corps here that can help us in times of needs. And with us today to talk a little bit about this wonderful organization is Jennifer Brando. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, tell me a little bit about your organization.
Well, I'm told we're the best kept secret here in Polk County. So from that, we are a community volunteer organization that's been initiated in 2002 as a national organization. And it's a group of people that come together with or without medical background to aid the community during times of emergency or disaster.
Fantastic. Now, what type of events would actually trigger the MRC to come out and help out with a local event?
Well, we started our MRC here for Polk-Hardy counties in 2008, and it kind of developed from the 2004 hurricanes that came through our area. We were hit quite hard 3 times in a row, and a lot of people had come out to assist, but it was kind of unorganized, it was kind of chaotic. And so after that all settled down, we started doing some research, and that's when we found the Medical Reserve Corps to fill that need.
Fantastic. Now, you mentioned that the MRC is involved with the community. What are some of the specific ways that you actually serve the Polk community?
Well, since there's not always times of disaster, which we appreciate, we can stay engaged with the community by serving to be a pressure release for Polk County Fire Rescue. So if there's a large-scale event going on here in Polk County, they'll contact us to ask us to come in and relieve them of some of that pressure. An example being Sun and Fun, where tens of thousands of people come through for 7 to 10 days. We'll set up our blow-up, inflatable, portable first aid station, so we can attend to any minor first aid issues, which will give the Polk County Fire Rescue a chance to still aid the community outside of that Sun and Fun event, and we'll be there to aid them.
That's great. I was actually at Sun and Fun this year, and I saw your inflatable.
You did? Yeah.
It's amazing how many people are coming through there with just minor issues. So.
Yeah. We can have about 5 different cots sit in there, different medical supplies, and it's all with trained personnel. They're all credentialed. It really does serve a great purpose back to the community.
Now, speaking of credentials, what does one have to actually do to become a volunteer?
Well, the process is a little lengthy, and so if you can bear with it, because we are one of the few volunteer organizations actually are credentialed. We do a background check. We do check licenses to make sure if you say you're an RN, you are an RN. We do ask that you keep that license current if you're going to be practicing in that role within the MRC. There are ICS classes, the Incident Command Structure. Those classes need to be taken. There's 2 of them, and we guide you through that process so that you pass. It's a certification. You need to submit your certificate. And there's also a short application and 2 references.
Excellent, excellent. Now, out of curiosity, how many volunteers do you currently have?
We have about 150, and out of that 150, 60 of them are willing and ready to be deployed, meaning they can stay either within the state of Florida or outside the state of Florida. So they are fully credentialed, they are fully trained.
Now, Jennifer, does that mean that all volunteers have to have a medical background?
Nope, not at all. The name is kind of misleading, the Medical Reserve Corps, but I guess it's got started to have that as a backup for times of emergency, but no, not necessarily. Well, if you are interested in volunteering or you want to give back to your community, we want to hear from you. So even if you don't have a medical background, we'll still like to hear from you.
There's always something you can do to help,
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
Excellent. Now, what are some of the requirements to actually be a volunteer then?
Besides completing that process, we do have monthly meetings that we hold at a local hospital here in Polk County. And the meetings are really flexible. If we're holding something that you want to be involved in or you want to attend, then you show up. But nothing is mandatory. We'd like to see you at our yearly business meeting so you know what's going on and you know what direction we're moving. But other than that, it's pretty flexible.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. The whole part of not being just under disaster. We train and we participate in community events all year long so that we can keep everybody engaged. So we offer a variety of different classes. We offer, we're also an American Health and Safety Institute training center, so we offer 3 different classes. We cycle it through the year, so advanced first aid for non-emergency responders, bloodborne pathogens, and we also offer a CPR Pro, which includes AED. So all of our members can attend those classes and get certified in those, and it's free. There's no charge for that. If you already have a medical license, you need to do certain continuing education units, and those will apply, so you can gain units that are required. So there's a lot of benefit to becoming a member of the MRC.
Yeah, it's great to not only be able to give back to the community, but also get something in return.
Exactly.
Very symbiotic. Now, what are some of the other benefits of volunteering with the MRC?
I think just the networking within to meet other people and to have that preparedness, that piece that's going to aid if something were to go wrong, that satisfaction knowing that you have the ability and the strength to participate.
Plus, with all the events that you guys are at, it's great to be able just to get out.
Oh yeah, you get into Sun and Fun for free. You get into all of these other events for free because you're there to support them. So there's a lot of good.
Definitely. Now, what types of volunteers do you currently have?
We have a variety of the medical background: nurses, physicians, dentists. We have a lot of different non-medical, just clerical people, retired, looking for something to do. We need more of the veterinary aspect, language interpreters. Those would be nice to pull in. And like I said, it doesn't take a whole lot of time. You just got to get through that process, and then you would be able to help us out at different events as well, or if something were to go wrong.
Now, I know this is an odd question, but you mentioned that you have a lot of dentists that are involved, also people that are in the profession. What exactly do they do?
Well, sometimes we do hold different events where not necessarily doing dental things, but because of their medical knowledge, they'd still be able to support a particular event.
Oh, okay. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
See, that's a great way to go about it, is trying to find a lot of people with a lot of different skill sets.
Exactly. Yep.
Can all contribute when times of need are upon us.
Exactly.
Now, do you have a need for a specific type of volunteer other than the ones that we've already spoken of?
Just really getting into that veterinary aspect and some language interpreters. That's basically the gap that we need to fill currently.
Now, out of curiosity, where have you tried to reach out in the past to try and
We
bring
do
those
a
people
lot
in?
of different recruiting opportunities. We go through the different colleges whenever they have events. Any other volunteer recruitment session that's being held, we try to participate in that. And it's really just kind of spreading the word. That's why we appreciate this opportunity, is to get the word out. Like I said, they say it's the best kept secret. People don't know about us. So.
Well, let's not make that a secret any longer.
Exactly.
We need to make sure that people know about this, because it's amazing the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Now, what do you think is the oddest event that you guys have had to be responded to?
The oddest event?
Or most interesting event?
I would say Sun and Fun is our biggest and most interesting event.
Definitely. Well, it still amazes me how many people we have coming through.
Oh, absolutely.
Just for that event alone. So I'm sure that you guys see a lot of cuts and scrapes and bruises.
Yeah,
and
bee
dehydration.
stings, ant bites. People aren't used to our region with different ant bites and things like that, so absolutely.
Oh, it amazes me. The first time I came down to Florida, I made the mistake of hauling something. I got really tired and decided that I was going to sit in the lawn for a while because it was a beautiful grass and it was a beautiful day. Sat down right in the middle of an anthill and never made that mistake again.
No, once bitten, twice shy, right?
Now, if someone who is watching is interested in volunteering with the MRC, what is the process that they should go to find out more information?
They can go to the national site, which is www.medicalreservecorps.gov, or you can go to mypolkhealth.org, which is run by the Florida Department of Health. So there's 2 opportunities there for them to locate us. And we're the Polk Hardy MRC. So if you're in Polk County or in Hardy County, you know, that's still a central region for you.
Now, it doesn't matter where you are in Polk County, correct?
No.
Just if you live
Could be a little longer drive to get to our meetings, but absolutely doesn't matter where you're from.
Now, Jennifer, I know that not only with what we've been talking about, but there are also several other ways that you're involved with the community. What are some of those?
One of the new programs we're working on is a junior MRC, and we're doing a pilot program with one of our local Polk County schools to incorporate any of the students that are currently enrolled in the HOSA, the Health Occupation Students of America classes. And so we're incorporating them into our MRC to allow them to participate in community events, give back to the community, and also work side by side with professionals.
Oh wow, so what are the age requirements for that?
I believe it's middle school area into high school.
Oh, what a great way for them to learn social responsibility.
Absolutely, yep. And to learn into a different, besides working in a classroom, you know, they'll be able to participate in our inflatable first aid station. We're doing holiday Christmas parades, so they can get paired up with a professional MRC to go out along the parade route and offer any first aid assistance. So it's just giving them a different aspect of the medical services besides classroom.
Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for coming out today and talking to us about the Medical Reserve Corps.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
In times of emergency, who are you going to reach out to for help? Well, here in Polk County, we have the Medical Reserve Corps, which is a group of individuals, both in the medical profession and not in the medical profession, who can come together in times of emergency to help our community with its needs. The Medical Reserve Corps would always love volunteers because they are always wanting both people in the medical and non-medical professions to be able to come together and respond to emergencies. If you are interested in finding out more information about volunteering, go to their website at www.mypolkhhealth.org/MRC, or you can contact them by phone at 863-519-7900, extension 11100.